but have not released any information about suspects. Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone has announced that he is retiring after 4 years on the job. The chief sent a letter to Mayor Buddy Dyer this week saying he has his last day on the job in August, with his official retirement happening in November. And dozens of Starlink internet satellites are now in orbit after an early morning rocket launch off our coast. The Falcon 9 blasted off a little before 5:45 a.m. The launch came just hours after the return of the Crew 3 astronauts who splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico just after midnight. Remember, you can get breaking news around the clock right on clickorlando.com and the News 6 app. Just search WKMG in your app store.
The Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
Do you swear to tell the truth? The whole truth? And nothing but the truth?
You want answers? You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! Last night, she said, oh, baby, I feel so down.
Hey! Welcome to a Friday morning. I am your host, Justin Clark. Today on the program, Mother's Day weekend. Mama Clark calls in an hour number 2. LilShawn gets us off his lawn also in hour number 2. Mortgage rates. I've been telling you this for a while. Mortgage rates have not been this high since 2009. The stock market took a dive yesterday. And President Biden goes on TV saying everything's great. Everything is not great economically in this country, I assure you. And plenty more to get to. Quick housekeeping. Before we begin, I will take your calls and text messages. Here's the phone number, 321-339-1055. Download the Florida Man Radio app and listen to us right there around the world. But a great show lined up for you on this Friday morning on the live actual radio. But first, the team directly in front of me, baby blue t-shirt. It says Florida, the Sunshine State.
I love it.
63240. LilShawn's here. What up?
Good morning. Happy Friday, Beanbag Nation.
And now it's time for the opening statement. This should be interesting.
I broke one of my own rules yesterday, post-program. It was Cinco de Mayo. I do not go to Mexican restaurants on Cinco de Mayo, much like I don't go to Irish restaurants on St. Patty's Day. I don't dress up for Halloween. I do the opposite. Well, because my big-ass mouth got talking about it yesterday and talking about LilShawn's friend owns a Mexican restaurant in San Jose's after the show, we did indeed go. They treated us great. It was good.
Had a good time.
I think had we gone later in the afternoon, it would have been a nightmare. But because we went at lunchtime, I think it wasn't super, super crowded. I mean, things took longer than normal, don't get me wrong. I always brag about Mexican restaurants, how they have the chips and sauce out within 20 seconds. It took longer because it was Cinco de Mayo. They were busy.
It was. I couldn't find a parking spot, which is...
You couldn't? No. Oh, see, I got there before you. I had no problem finding a parking spot. But the food was good. And then at the end, and Makaila comes as well, so it's just the three of us. And then at the end, I pull out my credit card to pay, and LilShawn's already paid. I wanted to treat you, buddy. That was very nice of you.
You always pay, man.
Well, that was
Every
very
time we
thoughtful.
go somewhere, you're always paying for... You or Makaila are always paying for it.
That was very thoughtful of you. Thank you.
Anytime, man.
We had a good time. Then I got to see my daughter last night. She took a nap on my... since my youngest one, my 4-year-old Namila, was born, she's always taken a nap right here in my underarm, right? She just loves it. And for the last many months, she really hasn't been able to do that, you know, because we don't spend a lot of time together. She took like a nap right here. It felt so freaking good. I have a picture of it and everything. It felt amazing.
You just want the world to stop right there in that moment.
I wanted everything to stop. You're right. It was a good day. Good night.
That's awesome, man.
Stock market took a huge hit yesterday, the same day that President Biden goes on national television saying everything is great. I can't believe the economy's recovered so quickly, he says. The stock market is doing horribly, and it's going to continue to go down. It's now opened up today down 403 points, the Dow. After going down over 1,000 yesterday, it's down another 1.2% today. And I think that this is going to be an ongoing trend, unfortunately. And don't say I didn't tell you. And I've been telling you about mortgage rates as well. If you've been sitting on the sidelines and not buying a house because, oh, the rates aren't going to go up. I told you. I did. I used to fight with Dallas Lehman, who's my partner in the mortgage business. I would say, look, they're going to be over 5 very soon. Where are we now? 5.27%. This time last year, 2.9%. I mean, they have skyrocketed. This is a very, very fast rise of mortgage interest rates. They have not been this high since 2009. So, what, 13 years? We're at a 13-year high when it comes to mortgage interest rates. And up from 2.9 at this time last year. It's crazy, but demand is still very strong. Especially in Florida, despite the rates going up. And I don't necessarily blame you for buying a house now, even with rates going up, because I don't see the price of houses going down either. I don't think we're going to have a repeat of 2008, 9, 10, 11. We're not going to have a crash. We're set up differently now. We're not going to have a real estate collapse, but I certainly think the market's going to cool off at some point. I just don't know when. But where do these rates stop? Where do the rates end? I mean, are we going to be at 7, 8, 9%? How far are they going to go up? Because the Fed keeps saying they're going to continue raising their rate. So where are we going to plateau on this? I don't think 5.27% is where we're going to stop. I wouldn't be surprised to see us in 7, 8. And if we're going to be honest with one another, let's do so. This is a Jimmy Carter 2. That's what we're going through right now. This is Jimmy Carter reboot. And that's why I have no faith in, they probably won't go above 7. I mean, when Carter was around, it wouldn't be weird to see an interest rate of 18%. I don't think we're going to get that high. I don't think that the government will allow that to happen, but I don't know where it's going to end. Is it going to be 8%, 9%? I don't know. I wouldn't be super surprised because this is Jimmy Carter reboot. It's like Top Gun. You know how we have a Top Gun 2 now? After all these years, that's what's going on now. This is Jimmy Carter 2. We just waited a long time to get there.
Starring Joe Biden.
Yeah, he has the audacity to go on TV yesterday saying everything's great. Like, whatever.
It's a movie right there, for real.
Yeah. I was going to pick up my daughter yesterday about 5 o'clock. I was listening to the Shannon Burke Show, one of the greatest radio shows in all of America, until the subject of my tattoo pops up.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They were basically calling me a wuss. He was like, he's the last guy in the world I would ever think would ever get a tattoo. Not because he doesn't want a tattoo, because he's a puss. It's kind of what they were saying. And he was saying that where I got it on my bicep here, it is somewhat painful. But it really, it didn't feel great, but it wasn't super painful.
That's why he texted me. I got a text from Shannon.
Oh, yeah, he said on the air that he had texted you about something.
He goes, ask JC if he used a numbing gel before the ferocious tattoo.
They were very clearly making fun of me on the Shannon Burke Show, which I think is fantastic. I don't care. I almost called in, but then I was, picking up my daughter or whatever.
That's awesome.
So apparently there's pictures circulating around the office here of the tattoo. And then there's been some talk of there might be a video of me actually getting it circulating.
What?
And if that's true, there's only one person on the planet that has said video, and I know where she lives. I know where she lives. And if there truly are videos of me getting a tattoo floating around the radio station, we're going to have major problems tonight. Let's just say don't have any expectations about getting taken out to dinner or anything on a Friday night. If there are really videos of me getting the tattoo floating around the radio station, because there's literally one place in the world that could come from. Okay? And the one person that would have said video has also mentioned about going to dinner tonight. And this is not a threat. This is a promise. If you're looking for a decent meal this evening, videos should be destroyed immediately.
I think she could provide her own meal if you don't want to go.
You think so? You're probably right. And now Biden keeps talking about, and we've talked about the student loan forgiveness on the show many times because I'm very involved in the student loan world at my law firm. And again, he keeps saying, and he's been threatening this for 2 years. He keeps saying, I'm going to chop $10,000 off of everybody's student loan debt. Now, his little buddies over there, like Schumer and them, they want him to cancel $50,000 in student loan debt. And I think this is a horrible, regressive plan that they have. You don't want to do that. They've already extended the student loan moratorium through the end of August again. They might extend that even more, I don't know, which really is adversely affecting my business in a lot of ways. These moratoriums are kind of killing us because no one needs my help because, oh, we don't have to pay anything. Yeah, we'll come see you when anyone makes us pay anything ever again. So he said, and I quote, I'll quote President Biden, I am considering dealing with some debt reduction. I'm not considering $50,000, but I'm in the process of taking a hard look at whether or not there will be another debt forgiveness. So essentially, he's going to wipe out $10,000 from everyone's student loan debt, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And it's not dumb because I love student loans. It's dumb because it's not going to fix the problem. The real problem out there is people have $100,000, $200,000 in student loan debt when they borrowed $40,000. And it's all these dumb penalties and interest that have been tacked on over the years. And that's what you need to deal with. If you can get people on a reasonable payment plan at a low interest rate without having to go through all these hoops, jumping through all of these hoops to get to that point, if you can get people on a very low interest rate and a manageable payment, they will pay you. They will. Just going in and wiping out $10,000 is from someone making $500,000 a year is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's so stupid. And it's going to cost $321 billion to do that. But for the people who have student loans who really need help, $10,000, wiping out $10,000 does nothing for them. Absolutely nothing.
Meanwhile, isn't Biden asking for $33 billion to support Ukraine? Why don't they take some of that money?
Yeah, exactly. It's craziness. But, you know, nothing surprises me that comes out of this White House at all. Nothing. They really should call. If they want to fix the student loan problem, they should call me to do it here in the trenches. I know how to fix this problem. Wiping out $10,000 is doing nothing other than costing the government a ton of dough. It does nothing to help us at all. Then, also in D.C., our girl Jen choked up last night. Or yesterday during one of the press briefings because I guess she's quitting, you know, and she's introducing her new buddy. Karine Jean-Pierre. She's the new press secretary, or will be when Psaki goes to MSNBC on May 13th. She started choking up. Here you go.
Before I get to the briefing, I just want to start by, I'm going to cry. Okay. Whew. I want to talk about my friend Karine. You've got to come up here. So I just want to take the opportunity to celebrate and congratulate my friend, my colleague, my partner in truth, Karine Jean-Pierre, the next White House press secretary.
My partner in truth. So this Karine Jean-Pierre is the first openly LGBTQ deputy and the first black woman, I guess, to take the job as well. So another person to fight with. Well, why is it a revolving door of press secretaries? And not just this president, every president. Like that must be the worst job on the planet. These people don't stay more than a few months. They're like, I'm out of here. It's an absolute revolving door, press secretary.
Now, many people in this room have known her for some time. But for anyone who does not know her, I want to provide a little bit of a primer for you, so settle in. First, as you all know, she will be the first Black woman, the first out LGBTQ plus person to serve in the.
So it's LGBTQ plus now, or is it LGBTQ? Because they keep changing that, and I don't want to be insensitive. Yeah. But I don't know which one is. What do you say now? What's the appropriate one?
I guess the plus is to add everything else, so you don't have to keep saying every other word in the alphabet.
I got you. Because I mean, they keep adding letters to that. Yeah. If you think about it. LGBTQ plus, and then I think there was another one too. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just trying to figure this out. I want to know what the right way to address it would be, because the story I have, it just says LGBTQ, and now our girl Jen said LGBTQ plus. I just want to make sure I'm not offending anybody.
This role, which is amazing because representation matters, and she is going to.
Jen, let her talk already. Come on.
She
Get
will give a
to it.
voice to so many and allow and show so many what is truly possible when you work hard and dream big, and that matters. And we should not, we should celebrate that. But I also want to make clear what all of her qualifications are. What a remarkable.
Okay, thank you. You get the point. A new press secretary starting on May 13th. I think if I'm little Jen, I'd probably go to MSNBC too. I'm sure she's making a lot more money over there, right? And she doesn't have to go out and get yelled at every day by the press corps. That's a tough job. It is.
Trying to cover up lies.
And, yeah, and you never know exactly what they're always going to ask, and you have to be prepared for everything every day. Because you can't just be like, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you can say, I'll get back to you, but for the most part, you have to have some sort of answer. And you're speaking for some other human being, too. The president. It's a tough job. I think there's a lot of prep work that goes into these press conferences.
Imagine her having to brief him. He's probably like looking around for butterflies.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan's right. Ryan checks in. You don't want to offend anyone, but you're playing Jen Psaki. I know, buddy. I'm sorry. You're right, Ryan. It's my bad. That's my fault. And, of course, President Biden was ass-kissing on Psaki, too, saying Jen has set the standard for returning decency, respect, and decorum to the White House briefing room. I want to say thank you to Jen for raising the bar, communicating directly and truthfully to the American people, and keeping our sense of humor while doing so. Really? Because last time I checked, there were a lot of lies that were being strewn through that room, mostly coming from you, Mr. President. Mostly about your son, Mr. President. Honestly, whatever. This is my sister in truth. This is my... I want to introduce my sister in truth. Shut up. Shut up, lady. By the way, this is probably the last time I'm ever going to see you because I'm never watching MSNBC. So this new girl went to Columbia University. She was born in Martinique. Was chief of staff to Kamala Harris during Biden's campaign. She worked with Obama on some stuff, so she's been around. You just never heard of her. She's been around. She's been behind the scenes mostly. And then
course,
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, and of course they're gonna hit on every little. And she's LGBT.
Yes.
And she's black.
Yeah.
And she's like what? When everybody's supposed to be all inclusive, like why are you calling out everything? How about she's just a person?
Yeah. Or how about like if I was appointed to that post, and I thought I was Native American. It turns out I'm not. We did a whole test. But like, let's say I was. I thought I was. I really did.
I thought DNA test. The DNA.
I thought I was Cherokee Indian. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. Because my father, when he was alive, his friends used to make fun of him and call him Cherokee and go like that, like mocking him. So I figured if my dad's friends are making fun of him for being Native American and he's my father, I must have Native American. And then we did a whole test on the show because I swore I was Native American and it came back 0. Like I'm not at all.
What are you, more Irish or something?
I don't remember. I was so mad because it was just like all white stuff. You know, I wanted to be some sort of a minority or something. I did. But it came back like I was the whitest guy on the planet, and I was so disappointed. My old co-host Kayla took a test with me, and she's African American, and she had more Native American than I did. And I was like, yeah, I think I had to suspend myself from the show for a day or something like that. We had some kind of bet. I was like, if of all people you have more Native American than I do, I'm not doing the show tomorrow. And it kept, what do you know? She's more Native American than I was.
You go out to the beach house and walk on the shore.
Yeah. But you know, let's say that I was Native American, like I thought I was, and I got promoted to that post, and they were like, Justin Clark, first Native American press secretary. I would be like, no, what about Justin Clark, great communicator? Like, who cares what I am? Justin Clark, first Native American to hold this post.
They're not ready for that one yet.
I was like, no. What? I'm a talented news guy. Okay, introduce me like based on my talents. That's all. And then, of course, it comes out yesterday, and those of you that have doubted these vaccines over the years, how dare you? How dare you have a mind of your own? The FDA yesterday announced it is limiting the Johnson & Johnson vaccine only to people who cannot or will not get other versions of the vaccine. You know why? You remember the whole rare blood clot thing from a year or so ago? You got it. You got it. They will not, even though they push this J&J on us. Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No. You can't even get it as of today unless the other vaccines are going to harm you in some way. Or unless you say that I will not get vaccinated if I have to take one of the other two. So they won't even let you get it now. They were injecting this stuff in our arms so quickly. But now the FDA is saying don't do it. Now they won't even let you do it. It's crazy. You understand how quickly they wanted to put this, they wanted to inject this in you 2-3 times? Although I think the J&J was the one-shot deal. It's unbelievable. And then everyone has the audacity to question us questioning these things. The FDA said it was making the decision after conducting an updated analysis, evaluation, and investigation of reported cases of the blood clots, which warrants limiting the authorized use of this vaccine. How would you feel if you got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and they basically forced you to, or you couldn't go to the Sheryl Crow concert? And yet you died of blood clotting. Like, I'm dying to see Sheryl Crow, but the venue was making me have a vaccine to go see Sheryl Crow, and then you go get it, and what do you know? Boom, blood clot, dead. How would you like that? How would you feel? How would you feel if it was someone in your family? Huh? To the point where now they won't even let you get it. They were making us get it. Now they won't let you. Do you understand the hypocrisy in all of this? Like, I just wanted to go see Sheryl Crow. Sorry. Like, I don't know why Sheryl Crow just came to my head, but please don't judge me. Isn't she a country singer now or something? Or maybe I'm
wasn't she
confusing
always?
her? Oh,
Isn't that like?
I didn't think she was country. I don't know, but then I think we sponsored some country event one time, and I think she was there because I think I had to get a picture with her. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you were country. So I think she might be country now. She also was dating or married to that bicyclist guy, Lance Armstrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guy with no balls.
Yeah, there you go. So now you can't even get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. They try to make you get it. If you question them for making you get the vaccine, you're an absolute idiot, they would say. But now they won't even let you get it. There are 60 confirmed cases of blood clots, 9 deaths. And they already did this once. Early last year, they paused it because of blood clots. And they're like, you know what? It's cool now. Now they're like, you know what? It's not cool. And yet your friends on the left are going to question you for questioning these people. So let me get this straight. You forced us to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Then you wouldn't let us get it for a few days because people were dying of blood clots. Then you forced it on us again, and now we can't get it. What? I mean, what? This has been the problem for the last 2 years. This is what we've gotten from these people. And yet, if you want to use your own brain and have rational thoughts yourself, people question you and think it's anti-American, anti-neighbor. No, it's not. The vaccination was a selfish move for people. The vaccination was not to help our neighbors. The vaccination was to help you. It's very clear that you can still spread the virus if you have the vaccine. In fact, the argument would be if you have the vaccine, you don't know that you have the virus, so you spread it more quickly because you're going to the bar drinking around a bunch of other people.
And now people can't say, oh, well, now that I have the vaccine, I mean, I could still get the virus, but then I won't die.
Right.
I won't get it as severe, but then you got to watch out. Oh, well, you got to watch out for those blood clots.
Assuming you don't get blood clots, you should be just fine. You know where else you should be just fine? If you are unvaccinated. Ask anyone who's gotten the virus over the last, 8 months. Let me hit a couple text messages here. Beth checks in. Hello, Beth. The folks that got the jab were test rats. I'm just saying. And I agree with that. They were. Tom in Northwest Florida, a picture of his beautiful daughter. Can tell you how often I wish I could just stop time with this girl of mine, growing up so fast. That's very sweet, buddy. That's how I felt last night, too. Jeremy, not in Lakeland. This is the problem with America. A nation of savers would be thrilled about a rise in interest rates, but 90% of people are trapped in the greatest scam of all time. the credit system is a ripoff. I do not disagree with you at all. I think the credit bureaus it's a racket, number one. And number two is I don't think they necessarily accurately predict if you're going to pay your bills or not. Shane B. Justin is in the deli and Publix after hours. People come for enjoyment only to be met with disappointment. Is that right? Woofy's here. I have many tattoos. Glad to hear you got ink. Thanks for calling me out on the promo, Woofy. Uh-oh, what did I do? I caught him out on the promo? Oh. Yeah, Woofy, we got to talk about that, man. I want to do anything in the world for you. I love you. I think you're a great guy. I just don't, I got to run it by the people here, and then I don't know what to do. Maybe after the show where you figure out, I want to cut the promo for Woofy.
Let's do it. Let's send it
I
anyways.
want to, but then we got to run it by here, too. You know what I mean? So I don't want to piss anybody off.
Right.
I want to keep everybody happy.
Hey, as long as it goes through Stevie, that's all.
That's what I'm saying. All right, we'll figure that out off the air. I want to do the promo for you badly, Woofy. I'll do anything for you, buddy. I will. I'll be your DD if we need to.
We got to do an appearance up there soon.
Whatever. Yeah, I want to come up there and hang, honestly.
Play some golf.
Chet is here. Morning, Justin LilShawn. The presidency is worse than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy was making all the bad decisions, whereas Biden is just a puppet, and the puppet masters are the ones doing the destruction. I mean, I guess that's a pretty good point, too. I mean, I don't think any of us believe he's actually making the decisions. I don't think his handlers trust him to make decisions.
They don't trust him to speak.
No.
So they write everything for him.
The end. Every time they write a speech for him, it's got to have like a black line at the bottom saying like the end or leave stage.
Truth over facts. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Just him just rambling.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
Yeah. Rob in Navarre Beach. My daughter's working full-time and now a junior at University of Western Florida. She's paying her tuition. Proud of her. Awesome. I'm proud of her too, buddy. And it's good parenting as well, I think, you know? Donnie, Atlanta, Georgia. The plus means it's a subscription service for $14.99. You get to be first in line for everything. I got you. Wolfie said he tried to call and it goes straight to voicemail. Are we having phone issues? We're not. Wolfie, we're not screening your call. I promise.
Call up, Wolf.
919 is here. I was laughing when Shannon said your next tattoo should be and. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that as well. I thought that was Yo Frey though, but I'm not sure. Chubbs is here. When you get angry, you get passionate. Great commentary today. Although Randy, the engineer, when I had lunch with him at Applebee's last week, I was like, hey, be honest with me. Because he seems to like our show. But I was like, well, be honest. What annoys you about our show? Thinking he would be like, nothing. It's great. He went right into something. He's like, what?
LilShawn.
He was like, he was like, when you get worked up, your voice, like if I start screaming or something, he said he doesn't like my voice when I get really pissed off. I was like, thank you, Randy. I wasn't even really looking for constructive criticism. I was just asking you to say everything is great.
But that's an auditory Randy opinion, though.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. He's probably right. He's probably absolutely correct. It's gotten so bad here that if there's one product that we would probably want to keep on the shelves of our supermarkets, I would think baby formula would be right up there on the top of the list, don't you? Considering we want to keep our babies fed, I would think.
Oh, for sure.
I think that infants probably need food to survive. I get that, some infants drink from their mother or whatever. But a lot of mothers can't breastfeed, so we need baby formula. This government literally cannot figure out how to keep baby formula on the shelves. I mean, parents of infants throughout America. I've been seeing so many posts about the baby formula section. They cannot keep baby formula on the shelves of stores. And no one's really talking about it either, though. You don't hear much about it. Like, I haven't seen any news articles about it. Now, heaven forbid we get low on toilet paper. It's all over MSNBC. But yet we can't even feed our infants and no one's talking about it.
Well, maybe it's just from like the 24 or so food plants that they've been burning down?
I don't think so. They say that this is all because of supply chain issues. And then also there was a recall by Abbott Laboratories following the death of 4 infants.
You know, a lot of women do. And
what?
My kid's mom did this as well, I think, for a little bit.
Pump and dump?
Yeah, well, no, they would pump, because a lot of them produce a lot of milk. And they would date it and whatnot. And then the friends who can't do it, they would give it to them or sell it.
Really?
Yeah, you could sell your breast milk.
Wow, I'd like to get out on that. Selling of breast milk. That's a great idea. Yeah. I mean, what can one jug sell for? I don't know. How do you price out your breast milk anyway? And is this legal? We probably shouldn't be talking about this if we're going to do it. Something tells me it's not FDA approved to sell your breast milk on the open market. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Go with a cooler full of breast milk.
I had to carry breast milk through an airport once because I was on vacation. And the mother of my children at the time, the Mila was a baby, so she was breastfeeding, but she had to, you have to keep, you know what? I don't know that you and I are even sophisticated enough to have this conversation, really.
Yeah.
I feel like we're speaking Japanese here. Well, anyway, she had to, pump, and then some reason had to, take it on the plane with, I don't know. Look, I don't know. I just know I was, carrying breast milk through the airport and looking down what am I doing? Why am I carrying breast milk through an airport?
You have now become a man.
I guess so. All right, we got to take a break. When we return, I was talking to a pilot the other day and telling him I really don't, I'm not afraid of flying at all, but I don't like turbulence. I don't think anyone does. And he said to me, Justin, turbulence never crashed an airplane. The only way to crash an airplane is if the wing falls off. I was like, okay, that makes me feel better. At least I know turbulence doesn't crash airplanes. Well, it came damn close earlier this week when an American Eagle flight hit severe turbulence over Alabama, which caused the tip of the wing to fall off, forcing an emergency landing. Not a flight I'd want to be on. I'll tell you about that and more. Quick break. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Florida Man Radio.
The Shannon Burke Show.
One of the things that they say we're going to be eating soon is insect protein. Not on purpose, anyway.
Have you ever had that? You ever tried any of that?
I tried chocolate covered in, but I can't chocolate cover all of it. You know what I mean? It gets too much chocolate.
I mean, in a pinch, you know what I mean?
Are we in that much of a pinch, right now as a planet? I don't think so.
Yeah, sounds great and all until you're heading down to your local government office to pick up your cricket loaf and your uncultured milk.
The Shannon Burke Show. Weekdays at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 Central on Florida Man Radio.
Want to know how owning real estate is the cheat code to your success? Don't miss your opportunity to get in on a deal. Find an investment or sell property at top profit.
I'm Dawood Bedrosian, your go-to real estate expert. Tune in to Real Sense Now, Saturdays from 11 to noon, and visit realsensenow.com.
Catch Between the Ribs with host Jonathan Morris, fourth-generation farmer. This and every Saturday at 5 p.m. Get first-hand insight into farming, faith, and family, explained only as Jonathan Morris can. So be prepared to be entertained. Between the Ribs, Saturdays at 5 p.m. only on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Heavy rains, leaky roofs, bad air quality. You've got damage. Now what do? Get answers and so much more on the Air Quality Assessors Radio Show. The Building Damage Experts. This and every Saturday from noon till 2, only on Florida Man Radio.
Tune in to the Lance J Show as we launch our new HealthCast series featuring the best clinical and healthcare administration minds. Saturdays at 2 p.m. and Sundays at 1 p.m. on Florida Man Radio. The Lance J Show, brought to you by our partners at Med Health Clinical, serving the Winter Garden community.
When you want it, you pull it. Auto repairs can be costly, but when you know what you're doing, Budget You Pull It is there with the low-cost parts you need. Alternator shot? You pull it. Need an engine? You pull it. Budget You Pull It has 2,000 cars of all makes and models with the parts you need. Visit budgetyoupullit.com. That's budgetyoupullit.com. When you want it, you pull it.
Do you have chronic joint pain like in your knees and hips? It's time to think about an exciting new way to treat joint pain with biologic therapies, regenerative solutions. I'm talking about QC Kinetics, now available right here in Central Florida. Hey, it's Shannon Burke, and lots of people to call QC Kinetics already. They are the nation's leader in helping people deal with chronic pain with no surgery, no drugs, no steroids, and no downtime. These natural pain treatments can actually repair and restore damaged tissue in your joints with long-lasting results. I'm telling you, biologic solutions help your body heal itself. If you have joint pain due to arthritis, lower back pain, shoulder pain, you need to change the way you think about pain treatments and discover the biologic therapies at QC Kinetics and get moving again. Get your life back with no surgery and no drugs. Call QC Kinetics right now and learn more. 689-244-7980. That's 689-244-7980. Regenerative, restorative, real pain relief. This is a local number, 689-244-7980. Hey, it's Shannon Burke. Mike Lindell and MyPillow are friends of the show, and they're having an incredible BOGO sale on multiple MyPillow products. Right now, buy one, get one free pricing on MyPillow bed sheets, the Giza Elegance, MyPillows, the 6-piece towel sets, and so much more. Now's the time to join millions of Americans who have changed the quality of their sleep with MyPillow. Just go to the radio listener specials page at MyPillow.com and use the promo code FLMAN at checkout. That's promo code FLMAN. MyPillow products are made right here in the United States, and they come with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Take advantage of this limited time buy one, get one special on a huge selection of MyPillow products. And I've been using the MyPillow family of products for years. I urge you to give them a shot. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio specials page to find the incredible deals. Get the best night's sleep of your life with MyPillow. Make sure to use promo code FLMAN when you check out to get BOGO pricing on some of the best-selling MyPillow products. Now's the time to join millions of Americans who have changed the quality of their sleep with MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com, use the promo code FLMAN at checkout.
If you work in the customer service industry or in sales and are looking to take that experience and turn it into a career, then listen up. JVC Broadcasting is hiring sales associates for our group of radio stations right here in Orlando. Use the experience you already have, build on that experience, and take your career to the next level. Nights and weekends off and unlimited earning potential. That's the sound of opportunity knocking. Are you going to answer? Email your resume and cover letter to jobs@jvcbroadcasting.com.
Tired of seeing the world through this tiny screen? You know what y'all need? Y'all need Gatorland. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less. With $16.50 admission now through the end of May. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando. Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, and, of course, companionship. Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive, and now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance so common with this group.
But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
Now, back to the Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
Shane B said we are the Chuck E. Cheese 3 blocks from Disney World. That's our show.
Oh,
and see, I thought once I got a tattoo, I'd get some respect around here. Now I'm the Chuck E. Cheese 3 blocks from Disney. Well, I got to tell you, that's a pretty
dangerous Chuck E. Cheese.
It's pretty touristy area. I'm probably making a lot of money then. If I'm the Chuck E. Cheese next to Disney World, I assure you revenue is good.
A lot of pedophiles work at Disney.
Apparently, by the way, it is legal to sell breast milk, and there's a whole nonprofit that helps out other moms and dads if there's a situation where the mother can't produce. So, I guess you can. We get in that business. Seems like a good one to me.
Slanging.
That you got to keep it refrigerated, I presume, though. You need a big refrigerator, I think, if you're going to get in the slinging breast milk biz.
Or freeze it.
Probably need a bigger freezer, yeah. I have no doubt. So this flight is my nightmare. And I don't really like turbulence. I'm not scared necessarily, but when you're flying and it gets too bumpy and the pilot comes on and says, "Flight attendants, please be seated," you know it's going to be bumpy for a while. And you just want to get the hell out of the turbulence. But literally, my friend is a pilot at Southwest, and I was talking to him about this the other day, and he said that turbulence doesn't bring down airplanes. The only way to bring down an airplane is if a wing falls off. And I was like, oh, I feel better. Until I heard about this story from this week, actually. It just happened. And the FAA says severe turbulence caused the tip of a wing on an American Eagle flight to break off at 35,000 feet. Which, that's a scary, scary thing, isn't it? It was heading from Charleston, South Carolina to DFW, which is in Dallas. And it was flying at 35,000 feet over Alabama. 71 passengers on board, 4 crew members when it hit severe turbulence. Now, every time I fly, I go to this website called, I think it's like Air Turbulence Indicator or something like that, and it'll kind of show you pilot reports, because when pilots get in turbulence, or sometimes even when it's smooth flying, they will report that, hey, skies are clear, or moderate turbulence, or medium turbulence, or severe. So I like to kind of look and see where the pilot reports have been, knowing where I'm headed, just to know what I'm up for, know what I'm getting myself into. I probably shouldn't, because sometimes it'll be like, oh, it's going to be a horrible flight. And then I know, because I know to go to this website. And I only really know this website because I was in flight school for a while. And then the pilot will come on before the flight and be like, well, looking at a fairly smooth flight. Maybe, a few bumps along the way. I'm like, few bumps? It's red, which means severe turbulence. And I think they lie to you, They don't want to get people nervous. They're like, oh, it might hit a few bumps. Yeah, a few bumps my ass.
I think they're trained to sound that calm, too. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, they're sweating in the front.
Passengers, we're going to be coming up on some moderate turbulence here. Just sit down and fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, exactly. The plane did make an emergency landing at Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport in Birmingham, Alabama, after severe turbulence knocked the tip of the wing off. Wow. They interviewed a lot of the passengers. They were like, I don't know if there was damage where the wing prevented us from turning in one direction, but we descended by circling the airport quickly and got on the ground. So they could only turn one way, apparently.
I wonder if it's one of those wings, some of the wings that they're tipped up.
It is. It was the wingtip flew off, which that's like a missile too, by the way. If that thing flew at the actual airplane itself, it would have brought down the plane. I mean, do you get scared flying, or you don't care?
No, I love flying.
You love flying. You're not nervous at all.
No.
What if
I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to fly for the Air Force.
What if you hit severe turbulence? Do you hang on tightly or no?
Oh, for sure. But then again, when I'm flying on a regular commercial, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know if turbulence is coming. So it just I hold on after.
But you don't get nervous if you hit
I
bad
do get
bumps.
a little nervous because I don't know whether or not the next bump or the next fall is going to be at 10,000 feet rather than 2.
Exactly.
When I've seen these videos online, online is crazy. You can see everything nowadays. When people hit turbulence and have the seatbelts on, all of a sudden their head just hits the top.
Well, I mean, that's why you have to wear a seatbelt, even if you're in smooth air, because if you hit unexpected turbulence, you can break your neck.
I keep it on, and if I'm uncomfortable, then I loosen it.
Yeah, I always keep my seatbelt on even if it's clear, unless I'm going to go to the bathroom or something, I leave my seatbelt on. You have to. Too many people have broken their necks because you have these big drops when you hit this unexpected turbulence. Literally, you go flying and hit your head on the ceiling or whatever you call it. It's not ever fun.
Be up there with your luggage. Your carry-on.
We've been talking about this Dave Chappell thing pretty much all week, and they finally did charge the guy that attacked Chappell on stage, but only with misdemeanors. I think they undercharged him. I mean, the guy obviously was planning to go there, obviously planning to do this. He snuck through a separate entrance with a fake gun that he put a knife in. I mean, this was a pre-planned attack, and you're going to charge him with a misdemeanor?
What if he would have done this to somebody in Congress?
Yo, please. They would have thrown away the keys to this guy. If I'm a stand-up comic right now, I'm probably a little bit nervous. Even Howie Mandel was like, I'm afraid to go on stage anymore.
Particular issue was, 40 years in the business, my biggest fear was not 40 years ago was not getting a laugh, was somebody not liking what I said, was maybe somebody being offended and confronting me outside and going, that joke was really offensive. And then cancel culture came along. And then it was like, oh my God, if somebody doesn't like your joke or you overstepped a line, you could lose your career. And then after the Academy Awards, I said, this is violence triggers violence. And this is one step that kind of opens a door and triggers somebody that if they don't like what you're saying or they're offended by what you're saying, it's kind of okay because it's been done to be violent. And that's what my fear was. And then watching what happened to Dave confirmed my fear. And I turned to my wife. I was watching it kind of live on Twitter. And I turned to my wife and I said, I don't want to go on stage. I'm really afraid.
He's afraid of everything, though.
He hasn't been outside in 2 years, this Howie Mandel.
He's afraid of his own breath.
But I think they undercharged the guy. The city attorney said that he filed charges of battery, possession of a weapon with intent to assault, unauthorized access to the stage area, and interfering with the performance or something. I have to think this is some type of felony. I mean, the guy created a whole fake gun/knife thing at his house, and I saw the knife. It's scary. I mean, he obviously was going there to do some damage. It didn't go well for him, but he was obviously going there to really hurt somebody.
He's the one that got lumped up, though.
To the point where he made a knife at home like a prisoner would do in prison when they're going to go attack somebody in the lunchroom or whatever they do in prison.
This is what I don't like, man. Now, some people are like, well, if you don't agree with somebody, then don't agree with them. Turn the other way. Turn the channel off. It's Dave Chappelle. You don't like him, then turn the channel off.
Exactly.
You don't have to resort to violence for your group because now you're making everybody in your group look bad.
Comedy club owners throughout the country are super pissed at them, too. They think he should have been charged with a lot more. The New York Comedy Club owner Danny Zolden said, "This is shocking to hear. The individual attacked Dave Chappelle, did so with a knife. It was planned in advance. I'm curious what they would consider felony conduct if this isn't." And I agree. Then he said, Will Smith got an Oscar after he slapped Chris Rock. I mean, are we rewarding people for going on stage now? You know? It's unbelievable. I don't blame comedy club owners for being a little bit upset about this undercharge.
For sure.
He jumped up on stage with a homemade fake gun/knife combo.
There's somebody headed to downtown to court right now for something for less than that.
No doubt.
They're facing some time.
Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind. They're writing a book about Phil Mickelson. There's this, it's an unauthorized biography that they're going to release May 17th during the PGA Championship, which Mickelson won last year, so the timing is perfect for this author named Alan Shipnuck. But he's writing a book, and in the book, he claims that federal auditors that were investigating Phil, because he was sort of accused of an insider trading scheme a few years ago, so they did some investigating, found that he lost $40 million in gambling between 2010 to 2014.
Wow.
He lost $40 million. How in the world do you lose $40 million? $10
million a year.
$10 million a year. He must be the worst gambler on the planet, number one. I mean, what game was he playing? I don't gamble much. I enjoy a casino every now and again. I play roulette, which is the worst game you can play, but it's fun and relaxing to me. But like on a bad night, I would lose $300-400. You know what I mean? On a good night, I make $300-400. And I like to go to the places that give free booze out because then, you know, even if you lose $300, you probably were going to drink that much anyway. You know, roulette, you don't really win a lot of money or lose a lot. That's why I like it. And it's not, you don't have to think a lot. It's literally like, I bet LilShawn's birthday or something. I'm going to put down my birthday, LilShawn's birthday, and $5 on red. It's not very thought-provoking, which if I'm at a casino, I don't want to be think. I just want to chill, you know? And normally if I'm at a casino, it means I'm on vacation, too, somewhere. My man lost $40 million gambling. I don't know what he was gambling on, but he might want to, like, not gamble anymore. Just saying. You got to be a really bad gambler to lose $40 million, don't you? I think so.
You could hire people. If you have that much money, you could hire professional gamblers to play poker and stuff for your money.
And now everybody hates Phil now, too, because he was the first guy to agree to go to this Saudi golf league. So there's this new Saudi Arabia golf league founded by Greg Norman, and they were trying to get some big names from the PGA Tour to come over, and Phil Mickelson was like the biggest ringleader. But then he started blasting the Saudis, so they hate him.
Oh.
The PGA Tour hates him because he was the ringleader trying to bring people over. So pretty much everyone hates Phil now. And he was like the aw shucks guy next door for his whole career. Now people hate him. And then yesterday at a tournament, Sergio Garcia was playing in the PGA Tour, and he got really pissed at one of the rules guys because they gave him a penalty for taking too long to find his ball. Which I lose so many balls that I just buy extra. I don't even spend a lot of time searching for mine. I just bust out a new top flight or whatever. Well, they gave him a penalty, and he was like, "F you! I can't wait to leave this tour. I only have to deal with this for 2 more weeks." So Sergio is definitely one of the guys that's going over in June to play in this new Saudi league.
Wow.
But when it all came out with Phil Mickelson, a lot of the guys who had agreed to go over and play kind of pulled back and said, no, we're staying with the PGA Tour. So Phil Mickelson's sort of persona non grata right now throughout the planet. I mean, I'm sure he's still rich. I mean, I think he was making like $40 million a year, so he lost 25% of it or whatever. But like, if you're making $40 million a year, why do you even want to gamble that much? I don't understand it really. I guess it's an addiction.
Maybe he was up the rest of the years they're not reporting.
Yeah.
What and how did he do from 2005 to 2010?
Do you feel like you have an addictive personality yourself?
I do sometimes. Yeah.
There are certain things that I can be addicted to and other things I can't. Like drugs, I can't be addicted to. Gambling, I can't get addicted to. But other things, I guess I can, like vaping. Nicorette. But I can never be addicted to gambling. I don't know. It's weird how people who have addictive personalities can't get addicted to certain things. It's just certain things that trigger them. I don't purport to understand it. I just understand what I can and can't be addicted to. Gambling? No. Do I enjoy it? Occasionally? Sure, it's fun. On vacation, if there's a casino in the hotel or something, I'll go down. But it's not something I get addicted to at all. If you're looking for a new career choice, I have an idea for you as well. And this is kind of sick, kind of genius. I don't know. I'll let you decide. There's a whole new group of people now that have created businesses, and their whole business is standing in line for rich people. That's what they do. They just stand in line for rich people. You knew this?
Well, I know some people that have made money standing in line for for people with money, of course, especially on Black Friday.
Is that right? They just did this big profile on a guy in New York who runs a company that all they do is stand in line for people for things like theater tickets or iPhone releases or sporting events. His whole company, that's all he does. His name's Robert Samuel. He started a company a while ago called Same Old Line Dudes. And he's making a ton of dough, they say. He first started doing it when Hamilton was on Broadway, and tickets were very, very expensive. And then the main guy in Hamilton, I guess, was leaving the cast or something, and tickets for his last shows were going for $15,000. But you could still get them at face value in the morning if you waited in line. So he just started charging people $5,000 per ticket because they're still saving money from the $15,000. He said it usually required camping out for 5 days in front of the venue. So about $1,000 a day for the services. The theater, though, eventually caught on and changed its policy, saying that the person who bought the tickets had to go to the show, but the second ticket could go to anyone. So this guy and the people who work for him got around it by taking people with them as their dates.
Why would the theater carriers?
I don't know. They're getting their money. Yeah, piss off. And now his company offers line sitters for concerts, sporting events, waiting in line for iPhones. They did it to hold spots for the virus vaccinations.
There you go. So if you're looking for a job and you don't want to do anything, if you want to just chill somewhere and be on your iPhone looking at TikTok all day, there you go.
I mean, truthfully, I don't like lines either. I don't wait in lines for anything. Although I did wait in line the other day for to check out at the Publix. There was a long line. And I was, because you're just sitting there in line, so, I check my email or Facebook or whatever, but then I'm also just like watching people and... Yeah. And the line was so long, I was observing how people deal with the divider thing at checkout. You have to put the divider down. Yeah. And I was trying to figure out who does it. Is it the person who's putting their groceries on there, or is it the person behind them puts it behind? I don't know the right answer. Some people, when they put their groceries on the thing, once they got all their groceries there, they would put the divider behind their stuff.
Yeah.
Others, it would be the person behind them that would put the divider in front of their stuff. And there was no real good answer on what the right way is. What is the proper etiquette for that? Do you know?
And how close to their stuff?
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to touch their stuff, but you can probably get pretty close as close as you can get without touching, I think. Yeah. But apparently no one agrees on this. No one can agree on whose job it is to place the divider at checkout. And in my observation at Publix the other night, I agree with the disagreement. I believe it's probably the person behind puts the divider in front of their stuff. What do you think?
Yes.
You agree with me?
It can go either way.
So either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, people disagree on it. I can tell you that much because I witnessed it firsthand. And then people get angry too if you don't put the divider up because you're afraid you're going to pay for the other dude's milk or something. That's what I observed. Let me hit a couple messages. We'll take a break. We'll hit Mama Clark in a minute. This is a Jeff. Hello, Jeff. The wing tips are for fuel savings. I wouldn't worry about it. The whole wing is a different story. I got you. Ryan C. said he only got a misdemeanor because he took his punishment already. Did you see his face and arm? Yes, I did. And many more to get to. I'll hit your text messages here in a little bit. Call me if you wish. Text me 321-339-1055. When we return, we will celebrate Mother's Day. And we will do so by talking to Mama Clark. Quick break in the news. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Florida Man Radio.
It's Jesse Kelly. It's only right for me to have a home here at Florida Man Radio, unfiltered and unafraid. That's what you get from me, unapologetically. Take a ride with me, and we'll talk everything from pizza to politics. Whether it's tackling serious issues the mainstream media outlets are too scared to touch, or having a good time cracking jokes with all my red-blooded Americans out there. It's all for you weeknights at 7 p.m. on 660 a.m. and 105.5 FM, Florida Man Radio.
Hey guys, there's no better place than Premier Couple Superstore to spice things up. So head over and get your sweetheart that sexy bedroom lingerie she would look amazing in. Premier Couple Superstore has got a huge selection of lingerie, shoes, toys, games, love oils, and a ton of great gifts. With Premier Couple Superstore, you don't pay those high prices because you go directly to the source. 5009 South OBT or shop online at premiercouples.net because a couple that plays together stays together.
Premier Couple Superstore takes you where you want to go.
Is that your garage door noisy, squeaky, rattling all the time? Having a faulty garage door can be time-consuming and a security risk. If you have the noisiest garage door on the block, it's time to call ProLift Garage Doors and have them check it out. ProLift Garage Doors services Central Florida and are fast, reliable, and affordable. Don't listen to that garage door one more day. Call 888-754-3063. That's 888-754-3063. ProLift Garage Doors.
It's Gatorpalooza at Gatorland.
Live music, artisans, animals, and alligators.
May 14th and 15th.
Florida residents get in half off with valid Florida ID.
Celebrate all things alligators.
Only at Gatorland.
So you've got a clunker in the driveway and you don't know what to do with it? Budget You Pull It. They buy junkers. That's right. Budget You Pull It pays top dollar for junk autos. Call them and they'll give you an appraisal on the spot. Can't drive it in? They'll make arrangements to pick it up. Budget You Pull It. Low-cost auto parts and they'll buy your junker. Visit them today on 9th Street, just off Highway 50 in Winter Garden or budgetyoupullit.com.
If you're looking for a place to go with friends or meet new ones, you're looking for Frogger's Grill and Bar. With 5 great locations, there's one bound to be near you.
There's always something happening at Frogger's.
Come with friends or bring the family for some food and fun.
Great place, great food, and the kids love it here.
Don't miss out on Frogger's amazing menu, where everything is fresh, never frozen. Oviedo, Mount Dora, Apopka, Altamont Springs, and Old Town. Frogger's, hopping with food and fun.
At International Diamond Center, family is one of our core values. And no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. In addition to an expanded selection of affordable and timeless gifts of jewelry, with any jewelry purchase for Mother's Day, we're providing that little extra something, a $50 Sephora gift card. Mom can use it to treat herself to her favorite luxury Sephora brand fragrance, makeup, or skincare product. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a beautiful eternity band, a pair of diamond earrings, a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a designer necklace. Get Mom a meaningful piece of jewelry that she'll treasure or cherish for years, and we'll throw in the Sephora gift card as an added treat. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
If you're a business owner, you can find new customers here on Florida Man Radio with Bubba the Love Sponge.
We'll hype you up in my show, mornings.
Have your company featured during middays.
Justin Clark here, 10 to noon.
Or jump in with me, Dan Bongino, from noon till 3.
Or we can plug you in during prime PM drive.
Yep, I've got you covered during the Shannon Burke Show.
We'll create a custom marketing plan based on your goals and budget.
Just visit FloridaManRadio.com and click on the Advertise tab.
Taking over Central Florida and now the Emerald Coast.
As the weather heats up, if your air ducts are downright dirty, you have to call Stanley Steamer today and get those things cleaned out. Only Stanley Steamer can make your entire AC system as clean as can be, while improving your indoor air quality and the cleanliness of your house. Visit StanleySteamer.com to set up an air duct cleaning appointment today.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debuts in Orlando, live from Caribe Royale tonight with the BKFC heavyweight title on the line, as world champ Arnold Boomaye Adams clashes with a man hungry for gold, Dylan Bad Boy Kleckler. Plus, it's hard-hitting light heavyweight action when Julian Let Me Bang Lane knuckles up with Dave Redneck Mundell. The gloves are off. BKFC 25. Get your tickets at bkfc.com.
I'm News 6 anchor Kirsten O'Connor. Here are your Friday headlines. Orlando police are working to find the person or persons who opened fire in the middle of a neighborhood, killing a man. The shooting happened last Thursday night at a home on King Cole Boulevard. Investigators say the victim is a man in his 30s but have not released any information about suspects. Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone has announced that he is retiring after 4 years on the job. The chief sent a letter to Mayor Buddy Dyer this week saying he has his last day on the job in August, with his official retirement happening in November. And dozens of Starlink internet satellites are now in orbit after an early morning rocket launch off our coast. The Falcon 9 blasted off a little before 5:45 a.m. The launch came just hours after the return of the Crew 3 astronauts who splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico just after midnight. Remember, you can get breaking news around the clock right on clickorlando.com and the News 6 app. Just search WKMG in your app store.
WDYZ Altamont Springs, WOTW HD3 Windermere, WXUS HD3 Tunellen Ocala, WCLB Valparaiso, Florida Man Radio. Now, back to the Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
Hour number 2 for a Friday morning, Kentucky Derby weekend, Mother's Day weekend. LilShawn's in the house. Beanbag Nation's here. You can join us if you wish. 321-339-1055. Although you might want to text today. Apparently we got a new phone system, and it doesn't seem to be working out so well for us. So I apologize. I know Wolfie was trying to call too, buddy. My bad. It wasn't my fault, though. You know how it goes. You install a new phone system, and then it's just a nightmare. It never works. That's what happens in my office. We install, we have this new G5000 system. You got to get it. It's cutting edge. And then it doesn't work. I'm like, I want my G500 system back. And that's what happened at the radio station. But damn Skippy, it'll be fixed by the time the anchor tenant gets here. But when Shando rolls in, the phones will be fixed. I have no doubt. As they should be. He is the anchor tenant. He's the Dillards, you know? We're the Chuck E. Cheese around from Disney. 3 blocks from Disney, as Shane B says. But it is Mother's Day. We're trying to get my mother on the phone, too. So we'll have... What? She's there?
No, you sure I got the right number? I keep saying that I don't.
Hold on. This is riveting radio. People are like just absolutely attached to their dials right now.
Don't say it on the radio. Just go ahead and look it up and then hand the phone over.
One moment, please.
Hand the phone over. And
this is one of those times where you have to call a timeout during the radio show. Okay, timeout.
Yeah, you don't want to say this number on the air. Have everybody calling Mama Clark.
I mean, look, if Phil Jackson can call a timeout, we can too. We should be able to call timeouts on the radio sometimes. Don't you think? I can't wait to ask her, though, about the tattoo, because she had no idea I got a tattoo until yesterday on the air. I didn't tell anybody. And so I'm a little bit nervous to talk to her because I don't know what she's going to think about it. And I'm going to see her, like, at the lake in, 2 or 3 weeks?
It keeps telling me that it's necessary to dial a carrier access code.
Oh, jeez. What?
I don't know what's wrong.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's saying dial a carrier access code.
Yeah. And then I try to dial it regular. And, I'll try it again.
I don't know what to do because I'm sure she's prepped. This is her favorite appearance of the year is the Friday before Mother's Day. And if we can't get her on, I don't know, she's going to be heartbroken. But, maybe this is God's way of me not getting yelled at by my mother for getting a tattoo. Maybe God knows she's going to be super upset with me about getting a tattoo without, at least running it by her. But, Mom, I'm just trying to be a manly man around here. I'm tired of being the Orange Julius of the radio station. Shannon rolls in here with tats and riding his motorcycle, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna become more manly. I'm gonna get some ink. I'm gonna get inked up. And yet I'm still Auntie Annie's. What?
We can still call her, do it old school style through the speaker.
All right, hit call, I guess. This sucks. Oh man. Oh yeah. Hi, Mom. I've never done this. Let me be clear.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Your right hand is. Hello. How are you, Mom?
Oh, great. How are you?
Sorry about our phone issues.
Oh, that's no problem. Thank you for calling me on this great weekend of Mother's Day.
I know.
Happy Mama's Day,
Happy
Mama
Mother's
Clark.
Day.
Thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that.
And we're going to talk about that momentarily, of course. But yesterday, I announced on the air that I gotten a tattoo about a month ago, and I had not mentioned it to really anyone, not you. How did that make you feel?
Oh, Justin, now you know Mama Clark.
Yeah? That's why I didn't say anything.
Support you.
Oh. Okay.
Absolutely, I would support you.
Oh, okay.
The problem with tattoos is deciding what to put on your body that you're going to keep on there forever. That was always my dilemma.
Right. Well, I mean, I knew I wasn't going to get a butterfly or anything, you know what I mean, because I'm a dude. So there was a whole section that I could axe right away.
Hey, you could have put, hey, I love my mom.
Exactly.
I love Mama Clark.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, there's kind of a whole story behind that, which I'll talk to you off the air. Nothing bad, just it's sort of a, anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Thank you. So you're not mad?
No, I'm not mad at you, but again, you can just tell me things up front, and I will be okay with that and kind of go through that process with you.
I see.
I mean, there's some beautiful artwork. I can really enjoy tattoos.
Yeah, well, I get to show it off to the whole family Memorial Day when I come to the lake house. So you might want to give everybody a heads up. I don't come from a tattoo-oriented family.
There'll be one or two people that will not be really happy with that, but that's okay.
What? Yeah, yeah. Please.
Justin's a thug now.
I'm a thug. I am.
He's a real man now. I am surprised though that he did let needles. I know they're small, but going into his body, has a needle phobia. Actually.
That's right.
Right, Justin?
Yes, indeed. And look, you're not the only person who gets mad at me for releasing information first on the air as opposed to doing so, behind the scenes previously. Stevie has the same problem with me sometimes. I'm trying to get better at that.
Hey, now he and I think alike on a lot of things, I believe, Justin.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're a fantastic mother, and I hope you have an awesome Mother's Day. It's always hard for me because I've lived far away for a long time, so most Mother's Days I have not been able to spend with you, but I hope you know that I'm there and I love you. You know what I mean?
And I do know that, Justin, and I really do appreciate the fact you have always respected me.
Yeah.
You've always shown me love and cared just unconditionally for your mother, and that I really do appreciate that.
So what are the big plans for Sunday for you?
Oh, your brother, Josh, and Lisa, and I know Josh is listening because he listens every day that he can from work. But they're going to have us over for lunch on Sunday, and we'll go hang out with them and their dog, Sienna, and just have a great day. But I know we will definitely miss you.
Well, I'll be up there in 3 weeks or so it'll be here quickly.
Oh, we cannot wait to see you.
Now, do you have any idea what's on the menu tomorrow?
It's a big surprise.
Oh.
They would not let me bring anything.
Wow.
So I am not sure about that. I will let you know that on Sunday.
Well, what is a gift? When you think about gifts for Mother's Day, what is something that you like to receive as a gift? Because you're a gift giver, not a gift receiver, if that's a word.
That is so true. And you have paid it forward, Justin. I do. Seriously, you have given me some of the most wonderful gifts. I mean, in fact, one gift, these Biltmore, a whole knife set that you gave me years ago, and I still use them. They are fabulous.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, they stay in my kitchen, love them. And then one year, I remember you gave me a Tiffany & Company, a very nice bracelet. And you know, Mama Clark was like, oh my gosh, Justin, please don't be spending that kind of money on me.
Yeah.
Save that money. So you have paid it forward. I just want to see you on Memorial Day and spend time together. That's the best gift.
Well, I hope it is an amazing weekend. I hope they shower you with love. Anything else you'd like to say today?
Well, I mean, I just, again, you know, Mother's Day isn't easy for everyone because some people have lost their mothers and they may be grieving. Some may be estranged from their mothers. But if you can happily celebrate today, or I mean on Sunday, Mother's Day, you are very fortunate.
Yep, I agree.
And the last thought is, let's keep the candle burning for all the mothers in heaven. And we're going to forever love them, and they'll never be forgotten.
Including your mother, who was so amazing.
Absolutely, Justin. I mean, I can only hope that I am a positive influence on you and your brothers for today and always, just like my mother was on me and on the whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're doing that for all of Beanbag Nation.
Oh, thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that.
All
and
right.
I do appreciate all the love that I get from Beanbag Nation also.
All right. Well, we love you, Mom. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll talk to you on Sunday for sure.
Okay. I love all of you guys also. Have a great weekend. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I hope it is as special as you are.
All right. We love you. Talk to you later.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama Clark. That's awesome.
So what are your plans for Mother's Day with your mom?
Don't know.
Nothing yet? Nothing planned?
No, I got to make sure she's going to be in town.
Oh.
She likes taking off.
Oh, really?
Like, I'm going to Tampa. I'm going
Is
to the
that right?
casino.
Really?
Yeah.
With Phil Mickelson.
Yeah. She's smart, though, man.
Yeah. Is that
They
right?
send her a bunch of free stuff. She goes and gets her
really?
free stuff. She gets her free room, and she goes out. She's the same way. She'll budget a certain amount to play with,
Right,
and if
that's
she
it.
loses, then that's it. She'll head home.
Now, will you spend time with you? Because you're not with your son's mother. Will you spend time with your son's mom on Mother's Day?
No, well, no.
No. That's weird. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
Will you send her a text, Happy Mother's Day?
Yeah, of course.
And,
I don't think that's not.
And we talked before on the show about maybe you would buy a little gift for your son to give to his mom. Do you think that's going to happen?
Probably not, because I don't have them this weekend. It's
So
on
it is,
her,
but you
so-
would logistically, if he was with you like tonight or tomorrow, you'd
Right.
probably go buy something. But because he's with her,
Right.
you probably won't do that this year.
Right.
But you wouldn't be opposed to doing it.
But as for a Mother's Day gift, maybe next week I'll keep
Yeah.
them. You know, a
Yeah.
night that she may need to be doing something.
That's nice. That's nice. Awesome. All right, that was Mama Clark.
She's awesome, man.
She
It's
really
contagious,
is.
man.
She really is. I mean, I was reading, looking at gifts or whatever, and they did this a whole study, a whole survey about what mothers really want for Mother's Day, and the most popular answer was a nap. Mothers wanted a nap. They did a huge survey, and moms said they just wanted to take a nap and clock out. They wanted some time alone, and they want someone to cook for them. That's all they wanted, a nap and someone to cook for them. I mean, that's a good gift, I guess, isn't it? Cooking for somebody and make you a nice meal? Or no, you have to take them out.
Yeah, come on. Your mom doesn't want to eat no bad food on
No.
Mother's Day.
Oh, well.
especially if you don't cook, if you don't really know how to cook, don't do that to your mom. She's
Yeah.
going to have to lie on Mother's Day. Be like, ooh,
Good
that was some
point.
good cooking, baby. Oh, I appreciate you trying.
Do you think Uber Eats gets busy on Mother's Day? Do a lot of people
for
want
sure.
to order, a nice meal in?
For sure.
As opposed to cooking, but also as opposed to going out and fighting the crowds? Because these brunch places are crazy on Mother's Day.
You know what I think moms should do on Mother's
What?
Day, if you ask me? I think moms should call up their friends, right?
Yeah.
Like their homegirls, if they still have the high school homegirls or their best friends, and go have a friends day with all the moms. You know what I mean? Go wild out. Go do what whatever. Go hang overnight. Whatever you guys do, just make it that one day. All the girlfriends, all the moms, all the whatever.
Yeah. Oh.
And then let everybody else just, do their own thing.
Let me hit a couple messages here. Jeremy is in Jacksonville. Hello, Jeremy. Mama Clark always touches my heart in a way, and she brings tears to my eyes. You are blessed. Thanks, Jeremy. That's very sweet of you, buddy. Justin's here in Sandestin. You have such a dear and sweet mother. You're a lucky dude. I agree. I am a lucky man. Beth is here. All moms want is to hang out with their kids. There is no price tag on that. Happy Mother's Day, Mama Clark. Thank you very much. Bebby, Tennessee. Hello, Bebby. Good morning, LilShawn and Justin. You guys make a great team. Always learning something new. Like, you got a tattoo. As long as you like it, it's okay. Yeah, I sure did. And it's not like a little tiny one either. I mean, it's not huge, but I mean, it's visible, isn't it? I showed you yesterday. It's definitely visible. You can't say I got a little, a button or something.
And it's the first one, so you know what they say. Once you get one.
Oh, you think I'll keep going back?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It becomes a bit of an addiction?
It does.
Really?
You'll have something else that you'll come across and man, I want that tattoo.
Really?
Or I want to remember this, or I want to do this. Or
how many do you have?
Like 6 or 7.
6, really?
Yeah.
And do you already have your next one in mind?
Yes.
Can you release that information, or are you going to hold that close to your vest?
No, I have this is the first one that I got. It's old school, from,
It's your name.
Yeah. Old school.
In case you forget.
Old English. I was 17,
Hello, my name is Justin. What is your name? And you got to look down, like a little reminder.
That's exactly why. I want to do a cover.
Yeah. Everdry J is here. Justin Clark, the blockbuster video of this little radio station shopping center. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I'm extinct, apparently.
I prefer the 16,000 movies. They had popcorn.
Oh, I loved Blockbuster. I don't care what anybody says. Now, again, I wouldn't go there if it was still available now because it's just too easy to watch stuff at home, streaming, of course. But I enjoyed Friday night going to Blockbuster Video, didn't you?
Oh, of course.
You buy some candy, get some movies.
I always went to the front first and asked the person if the top movies were in.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you ever went to the side to look for them, they were never there.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. Final break for the week. When we return on Mother's Day Friday, LilShawn will get you off of his lawn and plenty more. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too.
Florida Man Radio.
Have you downloaded the Florida Man Radio app from your app store yet? Want to know what you're missing out on?
Yes.
Let's break it down. Use the open mic feature to record a 30-second voice message for Bubba the Love Sponge, Justin Clark, or Shannon Burke, and we could play it live on the radio. Catch up on podcasts from all your favorite shows and get all the news you need to know in one spot. And of course, you can listen to Florida Man Radio live from anywhere, 24/7. The Florida Man Radio app. Download it today. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. Listen every weekday mornings right here on Florida Man Radio. Powered by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
When was the last time you got your AC serviced? Who would you call if your AC stopped working today? If you don't know, then you may be stuck in the heat for a long time. You need to call Four Seasons AC because they have the best customer service in Central Florida and 24-hour same-day service. Don't get stuck in the heat. Call Four Seasons today and ask about their $1,000 rebate on a new unit. 407-295-9231 or check out 4acnow.com. Four Seasons, the AC company you wish you called first.
Tired of seeing the world through this tiny screen? You know what y'all need? Y'all need Gatorland. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $16.50 admission now through the end of May. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
Want to know how owning real estate is the cheat code to your success? Don't miss your opportunity to get in on a deal. Find an investment or sell property at top profit.
I'm Dawood Bedrosian, your go-to real estate expert. Tune in to Real Sense Now Saturdays from 11 to noon and visit realsensenow.com.
Don't wait, act now. With hurricane season coming in, make sure you have your roof looked at by a licensed professional so that we can document your roof before and after hurricane season. We want to make sure homeowners are taken care of and there are no surprises in the future. Karma Roofing makes sure that you know all your options and you choose the most affordable plan. So call us today at 321-GO-KARMA and visit us online at karmaroofing.com. CCC 133-2723.
Come work at your local Pizza Hut. With flexible scheduling and a fun, fast-paced environment, there's a job for everyone. You could even be a delivery driver making tips from your own car. Apply online at jobs.pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut restaurants are operated by independent franchisees who control their own employee policies and practices.
Is there anything more annoying than car repairs? And the cost is ridiculous. Well, if you own some tools and aren't afraid of using a little elbow grease, you need to go to Budget You Pull It. Budget You Pull It can save you up to 80% in auto repair expense. They've got parts from bumper to bumper and everything in between. Fenders, motors, transmissions, batteries. You need it, you pull it. Got a junk car that you're trying to unload? Budget You Pull It also pays top dollar for junkers. You pull it, you save. BudgetYouPullIt.com.
As the weather heats up, if your air ducts are downright dirty, you have to call Stanley Steamer today and get those things cleaned out. Only Stanley Steamer can make your entire AC system as clean as can be, while improving your indoor air quality and the cleanliness of your house. Visit StanleySteamer.com to set up an air duct cleaning appointment today.
Have you ever caught yourself saying,
They just don't make them like they used to?
Then it's time to think about your retirement. Listen to the Savvy Investor Radio Show with Mike Kinnett and Ryan Herbert, Saturday afternoons at 4, Sunday mornings at 10, here on Florida Man Radio.
Florida Man Radio and Pizza Hut of Central Florida are teaming up to raise money for Children's Home Society of Florida. This year, the need is even greater to help the children of our community. If you can, donate even just $1 to Children's Home Society of Florida at any participating Central Florida Pizza Hut. You can help homeless kids and teens right here in Central Florida find shelter, guidance, and care. Let's do some good in our own backyard. Donate at any participating Central Florida Pizza Hut location and learn more at chsfl.org/Pizza Hut.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, tail-wagging, backyard-hanging, and, of course, companionship.
And what breed would you say Satchmo is?
I'd have to go with maybe a lavish terrier-hound chihuahua-looking kind of mix.
Tremendous dog.
I'd also like to point out Satchmo's coloring, a white, gray, brown, black brindle, simply marvelous.
You know, it's such a treat to watch a dog like this.
Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive. And now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance, so common with this group.
And finally, the loving face lick.
It's great how he just gets in there and, well, licks.
Fantastic. But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Hey, y'all, Jeff Foxworthy here. Now, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing over and over for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
That's why I'm filling in for Smokey to switch things up, because there's a lot more to say. And I should know because my grandfather was a firefighter. And one of the things he taught me is that the people that love the outdoors the most are often the ones accidentally starting wildfires, which means always BYOB. No, bring your own bucket to the campfire. And be extra careful with things like burning yard trimmings. Don't just walk away, or chances are you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Now, back to the Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
I want you to be really honest with me about what I'm about to ask you as we wrap up another great week of radio programming. Or mediocre, as some would say. I do hope you have a great weekend planned. Hope your mom's around still. Go spend some time with her. But I get all of this commentary all the time about how you got to make your house zen, or you're going to be a miserable person, or you have to face your bed in a certain direction, or it will make you sick. Do you buy any of that stuff, LilShawn, or no?
No.
This whole zen crap in your house? I hear about it a lot, and I don't know if I buy it at all. Zen. Oh, that's not very zen. I'm like, oh, what is zen?
Some of these small houses nowadays, you can only put your bed one way, especially if you have a king-size bed in these little-ass rooms.
I mean, I lived in a 2-bedroom, 400-square-foot apartment in Boston, and the bed would hardly go in there, period, let alone a certain direction. But now they're saying the direction your bed is facing may be making you sick. Really? You really think it's not the stress in my life or the fact that we had too much vodka last night? It's really the way your bed is facing? That's what's making you sick? Really? I don't know that I buy this at all. Well, they just did a new study on the Zen thing, and it explains that just by pointing your bed and other furniture in the right direction, your well-being will be greatly improved. Zen, or flow, they say. Certain objects are inside a building, and how they're arranged, as well as the direction they face, can impact everything from your stress level to sleep to your mental health. It's a holistic wellness architectural system. What? And I need someone to text on this, please. Someone who really buys into this nonsense, please let me know why I'm wrong. 321-339-1055. If your head is facing to the east or south when you sleep, you're more likely to have a lower heart rate, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels. Can I be honest with you? I don't know which way I know where my bed is. I don't know if that's north, south, east, west, southwest. I have no idea. I don't know. You know why? Because it's just where the bed fits. It's where the bed fits in the room.
That's it.
I can't think of it any other way. Heaven forbid I'm facing northwest, west-northwest.
You must face your bed to rise to sun and east.
Oh. People with homes that have an entrance facing south display poorer mental health, have more financial problems, and are overall less happy than people who face a different direction. So if your home has an entrance facing south, you're effed, is what this is saying. What? Sounds like you need a compass before you start decorating your house, right? Take a compass to rooms to go.
These people sit on the floor, by the way, too, at the house.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, Native American style. I'm sorry.
Crisscross applesauce
Crisscross
style.
applesauce style. Can you imagine you walk in some dude's house and he's like, oh yeah, my bed's here, it faces south. And then he's sitting there crisscross applesauce with like incense burning. I was like, but I'm a happy man. I've never felt more clarity in my life. I'm like, buddy, I'm going home. I'm not staying for dinner. I'm gonna go home and which way does your bed face? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have a compass.
Meanwhile, this music is playing all over the house.
Exactly. Oh, I'd go crazy, I think. Let's get incense guy off our lawn. I think that's probably the best play right now. Let's do it.
Did you hear me? I said get off my lawn now.
Get off my lawn with LilShawn.
Get off my lawn.
Hey, you damn kids! Get off my lawn!
On Florida Man Radio.
I don't know if I want this guy to get off my lawn or get on my lawn. This one next guy that I'm gonna be talking about here, so, as Justin meditates, plenty of people get away with illegal stuff, but this guy got away with some brazen stuff. Man, listen, bro, he was bold about what he did, and he got away with it for 4 years. A drug dealer in Detroit is facing charges after he installed an illegal weed vending machine.
Was this your house, buddy?
No, I wish it was. Right outside the house. He was making hella money. Instead of being sneaky, like people would just walk up to the side of the house and get the weed themselves.
Hold on. I need to understand this better.
Yeah. A weed vending machine on the side of his house.
Do you think it looked like a Coke machine?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the pictures and everything.
Oh,
up
you have pictures of this thing?
Pictures and everything.
What does it look like?
A vending machine.
Like a regular old vending machine. Like
regular old
when
vending
we can
machine.
buy chips out of?
It took credit cards and everything.
Are you serious?
And he was doing it for 4 years.
People just roll up to his house in the vending machine?
Not only that, it's one of the new ones, because if you use vending machines, like my kid, I take him to soccer and baseball, and some of these vending machines you have to use $1, or some of them you have to use a credit card. The new ones, they accept Apple Pay.
Really?
And so did his.
Whoa. So you could go to dude's house, he had a vending machine outside, and you could pay with Apple Pay for your weed.
Yes, you could. Federal agents got the tip about it, and they went to the machine, collected evidence from February to March, and they now charged them. Here's one of the agents speaking about it. Hold on, I got it. But one of the agents was talking about the Detroit man who put that vending machine outside his house. Should have been my house. Hold on.
Yeah, I have to say the brazenness of it was shocking. What we were hearing, the estimates were about $2,000 a day. Entrepreneurial at its best. Unfortunately, it's just things you can't do.
$2,000 a day is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's like $600,000 a year or something.
Well, they got a bad guy off the streets because he was obviously doing something else illegal too that he was getting looked into. He was selling illegal guns.
Oh, really?
So they found several pounds of marijuana. They also seized 18 firearms, including a sawed-off shotgun. And now he's facing a lot of charges.
Do you have to knock twice to get to the gun section? Or, I mean, I don't know how you got to that point.
E7 was the little thing.
E7 was the open the gun door?
On the vending machine, you know? That's it. So
anything else?
He get off my lawn, but he could put that vending machine on it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, Sean's not getting this guy off his lawn, I assure you. He's bringing this guy right over. Good job. Anything else, buddy?
That's it, bud.
So, a lot of you have sort of lived the last 10 months of my life with me, and I've kept you updated every step of the way. And one of the steps was when I left my neighbor Eddie's house, and I went to this temporary apartment. It was a nice little apartment, okay? Like one of these, you know how they have these new apartment homes going up everywhere, but I rented it on Airbnb for a month and a half, from mid-November through the end of the year. It was maybe 600 square feet, if that, but I was happy there. However, the furniture and the pillows, every single thing in there was from Goodwill. And I know it was from Goodwill because it would still have the tag that said Goodwill on everything. The pillows, the sheets, everything was from Goodwill. It's fine. I have no problem with Goodwill, shopping at Goodwill at all. I mean, I do it. I save money. I'm good with that. But is Goodwill, is it a nonprofit or is it a for-profit business? Do you know?
I think it's,
I don't know.
I don't want to be.
You think it's for profit?
It has to be, right?
So it's a great name because it seems like they're trying to save the public, but maybe it's just a for-profit store with a genius name. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this.
I don't either.
But this lady was at Goodwill out in Austin, Texas in 2018, and she found this sort of bust for sale, so to speak. It was like a stone bust that she thought she was going to put outside in her garden. It was for sale there. It was on the floor under a table at Goodwill. It had a Goodwill price tag on it, $34.99. She thought she liked it, and she thought it would look good in her garden. She picks it up. Then she starts to look at it more closely over the next couple of months, and she's like, this seems like really old and well-made. Turns out it wasn't just some garden statue. It was an actual Roman bust from the late 1st century BC.
Wow.
Which had been part of a Bavarian king's art collection from the 19th century until it was looted during World War II. No one really knows how it got to Texas. They think that probably an American soldier took it from this Bavarian king village that was bombed by the Allies back then. Now it's going to... here's the problem with it, though. So this is like an incredible... a priceless thing at this point. She paid $34.99 for it. So you'd think she'd be cashing in, right? I mean, maybe millions of dollars. She's not getting anything.
What?
She had to turn it over, and now it's at the San Antonio Museum of Art. She got nothing for it whatsoever.
The San Antonio Museum of Art is going to make money off people paying their entrance fees so they can see it.
Well, they had to do some agreement with the Bavarian government and return it to them after it's displayed for a while at the San Antonio Museum of Art. And she gets a very small finder's fee. That's it. She won't say how much because I think it's so embarrassingly low. This is like everyone's dream. You find some priceless relic at a Goodwill store, a garage sale, but then you realize you can't get anything for it. It's due to some sort of agreement between the governments or something. I don't know exactly why. She's got to return it for nothing. She had named it Dennis Reynolds after the character on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Turns out it was from 1st century BC and still around at a Goodwill store in Texas. And she gets nothing. That's insulting. I would go hide it somewhere, I think. I'm not giving this over to you. I'm not going to give it to you. Why would you just give it away? But they say she had no choice. She had to give it away for a small finder's fee.
What do you mean she had no choice?
I don't know. Like, she bought it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't understand why she gets nothing out of this deal. I'd be pissed if I were her. You just found an awesome relic from the 1st century BC. Ray checks in. What up, Ray? If she's sitting... Ray, I can't read that. He was talking about someone sitting on someone's face, okay? And facing east. You can still hear the radio. Oh, have you ever seen the P&Ls of Goodwill? The bigwigs are making some money, just saying. So apparently they are making a lot of money over at Goodwill. Great name if you think about it. And do they even have to pay for anything, or is everything donated to the Goodwill?
No, they pay a small fee for your clothes.
Oh, you do get paid if you take clothes there?
Pay like $1 for a shirt or something.
Let's say
if they want to keep it, yeah.
So you take like 10 pairs of jeans, you're going to get like $5 or something?
Probably.
Really?
If that.
Suzanne and Destin, Goodwills are privately owned and operated and make a lot of money. Love y'all, love the show. Thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate you. We can't wait to get up to Destin and do a party. You're coming. So Goodwills are privately owned and operated and make a ton of dough. See, this is a little bit disingenuous to me, I feel. The Goodwill. I thought Goodwill was like, we're trying to help people who are going through difficult financial times. Turns out they're just making a ton of money.
As they do that.
I mean, I don't want everyone to make money. I do. I believe in capitalism. I get it. But I've always thought in my head Goodwill was a nonprofit type thing. Apparently, I was sorely mistaken. I don't like it. Ridiculous. I'm trying to remember if I've ever been to a Goodwill. Have you?
I think I went to a Goodwill, the one over by Sand Lake and Orange here in Orlando, OBT, to take some clothes, because I had hella clothes I was trying to get rid of.
Excellent job. Great week of programming by you, LilShawn.
Right.
But now we want to figure out what you're doing over the weekend. How do we do so?
Oh, man. Facebook, Sean Power, ShawnPower. Instagram, Omar_LilShawn.
I'm at ATTY Justin Clark on Instagram. ATTY Justin Clark on Twitter. Follow me over there. Hey, thank you for joining me. Happy Mother's Day to you mothers. To those of you that might have lost your mother, I'm thinking about you as well. I love spending my mornings with you. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. It's the highlight of my day. It really is. Hopefully we make your day a little bit better. Do me a favor, please. Stick around because Bill O'Reilly is coming up next, followed throughout the Emerald Coast by my men Markley, Van Camp, Robbins, Central Florida, Dan Bongino. After those guys, nationwide, it is the Shannon Burke Show. He is the Dillard's of this little radio station mall. I'm the Auntie Annie's. EC will be here. Yo Frey will be here. Jesse Kelly rounds out the week this evening. Great shows during the weekend, too. I've been listening all weekend. I don't see any reason to change the station at all. But the party starts again on Monday morning with the big man himself, Bubba the Love Sponge. Well, Sean, I don't know much, but I do know one little teeny tiny thing.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you right back here again Monday morning on the Florida Man Radio Network.